Hello everyone. I know it's been a while since I made a video. Kind of apologize for that, but I do have a little part-time gig in the winter. I help one of my sponsors at Cowherd Equipment. This year he got a little low on help, so I pitched in and started working for him full-time during the winter, just when the water's down and muddy and not booking many trips. But enough about me. Let me show you what the lake looks like at winter pool. As you know, Green River Lake is an Army Corps engineer lake, which means it's a flood control lake. So in the winter they drop the level to catch the spring rains. I'll do a link to an app where you can check the level. The Corps has an app, but there's also another one that updates hourly, and that's usually the one that I go by. With the water being down, it's a good time to put on the old rubber boots and get out here, walk these mud flats, take pictures. You can use your phone, mark GPS coordinates, and then transfer them over to your depth finder. There's stake beds that you can refresh on these stake beds, which you can push them in the mud, but you're better off to take a T-post driver and hit them a few licks, and that really seats them down in the harder mud. Because if you don't, when the water comes up, it'll just pull them right out of the mud if there's any kind of current or anything. On the spacing of them, I like to go 12 to 18 inches, kind of stagger them a little bit so the old muskie can't get a running shot and shoot through there. I will tell you this: if you're on Kentucky Lake or any of them and you see one leaning like this, most of the time there's a fish sitting right there. I don't know why, but 2 or 3 of them that are a little bit closer together in like a triangle, or if there's one leaning, it seems like the fish will always hold by that one. The trick to these mud flats is you have to get out here when it's froze. It's got to be below freezing, and you could walk across that like a concrete floor. Then you can walk out there and drive stakes around some of these stumps. If not, you have to check your app, check the water level, catch it whenever it's just deep enough to float a boat. Then you can get in here and drive them. That if you're wanting to sink brush piles, a lot of times there's enough material just laying around the bank somewhere. You can just pick one of these up, tie it to a tree, and float her out there and sink it somewhere. Because they're these catfish boxes. People use these concrete blocks for the catfish boxes. What happens is the wood deteriorates and collapses, and then there's concrete blocks sitting everywhere. There's a couple more right over there. But it's easy. Either that, or you can take some wire and wire a big flat rock on one. Anything to hold it down. If you don't have tobacco sticks or wooden rods that can be driven into the ground, here's another option, like these old laydowns. This one here is pretty old. It's wilted down, but it's getting right. You want it to get wilted down where all the tiny stuff is broke off of it. Then you come out here, because this, like, there's a limb, here's another limb. Well, that one's stuck in the mud. I can't get that one up. But anyway, there's all kinds of like loose limbs. What you do is you get some of these pole barn nails and you just refreshen them up. Say this one here is all rotted off, the limbs are all gone. You can take this limb, kind of lay it on there at an angle, drive your nail through there, and I will tell you, these old waterlogged rods are hard, so make sure you bring you about a 3-pound hammer. There's another tree right over here. I'll show you it. And this is a good example of where the nails come in handy. You've got this old log. It's rotten, waterlogged. It's not going anywhere. And here's a limb laying here. Take this thing, set it on top of that log, put you a couple nails in it, toe nail them where it won't float off, and then you've got you some prime crappie habitat when the water comes back up. Here's another tree. Storms knocked it down. If you want to take this tree out there and bury it, you know, cut it off, whatever you got to do. But like I'm saying, pretend this is green. What you want to do, come down here to all this little stuff. Once it gets down, you know, real tiny, like a jig can go around it, cut them off. Just cut the tips of them off like this, and your jig will come through it a lot easier. You won't stay hung up as much. I don't know if the fish appreciate it, but the other fishermen sure will when they find it. It's a lot easier to fish if you cut these off, because if you just put it in there with all these little tiny tips on there, it'll take it about a year and a half for it to deteriorate enough for them to just break off. That's about it. It's just a quick video, kind of tell you I'm still fishing. I'm still out here. I've just been working a little bit, but get out here, put some boots on the ground if you're able. If you're not, get in the boat, float around, come out here, take pictures. Whenever the water's at winter pool, then pull up Google Maps and kind of lay your picture over your Google Maps, and you see what the lake looks like when it's dry, and it'll help you locate more cover. Because whenever you just need a few more fish to finish out a limit, it don't take much. Just one little log, one little limb, pop 2 or 3 off of it, finish out a limit, go to the house. Thanks for watching. I'll try to put a link in the description to the TVA and the Army Corps engineers. I'll try to maybe make another video showing you how you can make a widget to put on your home screen. So you just tap it, takes you straight to the lake level information. You ain't got to Google and do a bunch of typing. But again, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.